Yep.
Yeah! I heard that beat.
I heard it. Hello, everybody, and welcome again to Keystone Film Review. We just saw Bullet Train.
Oh, shotgun.
Directed by David Leitch, who has directed Deadpool 2 and John Wick. Not in that order. John Wick was first, then Deadpool 2. Starring Brad Pitt, Joey King, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Brian Tyree Henry, Andrew Koji, Hiroyuki Sanada, Michael Shannon, not David Harbour, Sandra Bullock, Bad Bunny, Logan Lerman, Zazie Beetz is in there for possibly the best cameo ever. Bitch. And Karen Fukuhara's in there a good solid minute. And yeah, this was one of my most anticipated movies of the year. I like myself a good action comedy, and this looked like a good action comedy.
It did.
Brad Pitt plays a assassin who is reflecting on himself and trying to change for the better.
He's taking therapy. Men, take notes.
Yes, and honestly, without the whole train aspect and the action aspect, I probably would have liked that movie regardless. Just an assassin who is doubting his life.
If it was just in a skyscraper or whatever.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed this. This was a fun movie. Had a hell of a soundtrack. Just a fun movie all around.
It was.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of great notes from movies that we've seen in the past, like Deadpool 2, where it takes most of those actors in that movie, or actresses, and just puts them in this one because we loved that movie, and why not love them again for another second round? But going about 105 miles per hour, and that's light work on a bullet train.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just genuine fun, a lot of great laughs. I can't tell you how many times we laughed just randomly.
We weren't the only ones in the theater, but I feel like we're the only ones that were laughing.
Everybody else was quiet.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Granted, they were really far away from us, but
true. But we were pretty vocal about our laughter. We're like,
I have a boisterous laugh.
He does.
I've been told I have a booming laugh. But yeah, this was really good fun. Lots of different characters. The variety of characters reminded me of like early Guy Ritchie movies, like Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels.
I was gonna say that.
And Snatch, not just because Brad Pitt's in it, but yeah, I thought all the character work was really fun. With Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brian Tyree Henry playing twins, as they were called, and just lots of good characters in this.
Oh yeah. I mean, really, anybody that was really introduced it was just genuine fun on the screen.
Yeah.
No matter if they were technically a piece of shit or not, they
whether they were a Diesel or an Oliver
or a Thomas, wherever that rare occasion may be.
Yeah.
But no, it was a lot. I mean, I was expecting some good things from this, but it was definitely a lot more fun than I guess I anticipated, which is always good to see, especially. A lot of the movies we've seen recently where they haven't been as great as we've either expected or haven't expected. You know? It's nice to see a little piece of gold shimmer in the little river that we're gold mining in.
Yeah. Of course, David Leitch is mainly known for action movies. Has directed his first directorial debut. His directorial debut was possibly the best action film in the past 20 years with John Wick. And he continues to deliver very interesting scenes, fight scenes, stunt scenes, just very fun. He's very creative with how he creates the sequences that he shoots. And, a lot of things. There are a lot of movies that take place on trains that are great. You have your Snowpiercer, Train to Busan.
Wolverine.
I haven't seen Wolverine, but I'll take your word for it. And I feel like there are more movies that take place on trains that are bad, just because it's like one location. But he was able to. By the way, those two that I mentioned are not bad. Those are fantastic. They're like the exception. But he's able to take this one setting of a train and just create interesting scenes and make each car feel different. Yeah. Where you kind of know where you are in the train the entire time.
It's one setting, but a different setting.
Yeah. I can't really think of any negatives. I don't want to just praise it the whole time because it's not the best movie I've ever seen. But it was just really fun, and I can't really think of negatives at the moment.
The biggest negative, and it's not a negative because in a way it didn't it double standard, I guess. It felt long, but it wasn't at all at the same time. Like, it was a good length.
It didn't go too fast or too slow.
Yeah, I mean, like, it felt long, but it wasn't at all.
Yeah.
Which wasn't a bad thing. It sounds negative, but it's not at all. I don't know how to make that sound. Because it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it was a good length, no matter what.
Yeah. I think the only negative thing I can say is that there are a lot of really good cameos in this. You know, with characters, big names coming in for like 1 or 2 scenes and then piecing out.
Yeah.
To the point where there's a scene where we're like, there's 2 guys in a mask, and we're like, that one looks like David Harbour. It's not. Spoiler alert. Very disappointing. But that's probably the worst thing, is that guy was not David Harbour.
Yeah, that guy, like, because David Harbour lost some weight for Stranger Things, and I'm sitting there like, that guy looks like fucking David Harbour. They had, like, Oni masks on, so you couldn't see their face, only, like, the eyes and forehead. Like, that looks like David Harbour if he lost the weight. And theoretically, if we're putting the math together, it could be David Harbour. But alas, it was not. But thank you, Guy, for making us think that it was. That was.
It was a wild 30 seconds.
Yeah, we're sitting there like,
No, but it's such a fun movie.
Yeah.
Again, my favorite part of it is honestly the soundtrack. Like, every song was a great song. It's either like a Japanese version of a popular song, or just like a really rockin' song. I sound like my dad saying rockin'.
That shit's rockin'.
Rockin'.
They came to whack us.
But yeah, the soundtrack mixed with the style and the story very well. A few emotional moments in there too. Not going to say where or what, but like, it wasn't just a straight action comedy. There were emotional beats that worked, in my opinion. And
there was emotional beats, zazzy beats. There was anything you could ask
bitch.
for. Bitch.
I will say that Zazzy Beats says bitch like every line
honestly,
in her role, and it's hilarious.
You thought that she was really studying Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. She just said bitch so much.
Yeah, but you know, every little plot point had a beginning and an end. It wasn't just things that were thrown out there for the sake of a joke or whatever. Everything had a point and a purpose, which, you know, is more than necessary, or less than necessary. It's not necessary for an action comedy, but yeah, it's just a really fun movie. It's. I don't think it's gonna blow anyone away, but you're gonna have a fun time watching it.
It blew me away. Like,
blew him away.
It blew me away, and I was blown. Okay. Anyway, the judgment, maybe.
Yeah, if you want. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. I really liked it.
I thought we were really gonna try something different where we weren't the same.
We're too similar. It's because I indoctrinated you when we first met.
Yeah.
That's the main reason. You said, give me movies to watch, and I gave you every movie that I loved to watch.
I mean, this was just a genuinely hilarious movie.
Yeah.
I was struggling with the 3.5 for a little bit, and I was like, no.
It does have a somewhat slow start, but once it gets going, it's great.
As I did say, it did blow me, and I cannot, thank it enough. Pat on the head, thank you for that.
It did not blow me. I'm a little disappointed that it didn't blow me, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Imagine if we just did this review for Buzz Lightyear. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah, check it out. It's in theaters.
Would recommend. I'm probably going to watch it again at some point.
I hope I can watch it again. But I don't have the free time I used to have no more.
Them damn fatherly abilities.
Damn child, I love you so much!
How dare you be so cute?
He's very precious. He's so precious.
So are you. And leave us a comment about how well we did our review, or how well the movie did as a whole. Thank you for watching. It's weird that I'm doing the outro for once.
What did you think of Bullet Train? Comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And we will see you next week. Or before. We don't know. Sometimes we're unpredictable. Who knows? Bye!